Hey, everybody. Christy Barkley, Senior Ruby here, and many of you have heard my testimony over and over as a traumatic brain injury survivor and how Plexus has helped me. But you have not heard the version as told by.
Isaac, my name. Uh, well, I guess that's what I'm gonna tell here today. Uh, so, Traumatic brain injury is a real serious issue. It's one that a lot of people have heard more about as the NFL has been forced to kind of talk about it and address it more often. But still, a lot of people are kind of in the dark on how serious it can be because it's one that's more difficult to visualize. When someone breaks their leg, when someone tears their ACL, you can see their pain, you can see what's going on, and you can see the recovery process and as they get stronger. With a brain injury, it's pretty much all hidden. I mean, it just makes you look kind of dumb. You just kind of look dumb. And
So you've had concussions, right?
I've had many concussions. I've had more than I can count. I think I've been in the hospital 3 or 4 times. I was on the news for one of them. That was probably my third worst. Got me a news segment, so that says a lot about the two that were worse than that. And going through those was just really brutal. It was kind of a situation where, you know, I was just completely unable to do the things that I expected myself to be able to do, which is in some ways a traumatizing event. They call it traumatic brain injury because of the damage done to your brain, but it's almost like mentally traumatizing that you can see how quickly your mental ability is just taken away. And it's one of those things where it's not like breaking a bone or tearing a muscle because it doesn't just come back stronger. It doesn't come back as strong. You typically permanently lose brain capabilities with each injury. And that was what had happened to mom for the early years of my high school tenure. I remembered one specifically where she fell, or the one that really sticks out to me was she was just in the kitchen putting dishes away and stood up and just kind of bopped her head on a cabinet so casual, I saw it, and she was out for 4 days. I don't think I saw her. Not only did I not see her leave the bed, I don't think I saw her change positions in the bed for 4 days because she just bumped her head a little bit on a cabinet. And it was crazy to see that my mom, who had been working, I'd seen her work 70, 80 hour work weeks with the Predators and stuff, nonsense amounts of work she was putting in. And all of a sudden she couldn't even do a short division, let alone long division. Homework help was out the window, all because she moved her head too fast. It was crazy to see, and we had all heard the doctors' reports and stuff, and it was just gonna progressively get worse, and as bad as it was then, that was the best it was ever gonna be, and that was just something we were all gonna have to come to terms with. Started taking a lot of pictures and started writing a lot of things down so we could be able to reflect on it and not have to rely on what would be a continually fading memory. And then all of a sudden she found Plexus, and we were all like, yeah, we've all seen these health products. There's a billion of them. It's not gonna make a difference. You're on a whole bevy of drugs just to remain functional.
Kind
That's
of
what
functional.
that's what doctors. That's what the best doctors in Nashville are putting you on. Uh, a couple health products and a little pink drink aren't gonna. They're not gonna outdo that. And then they started outdoing that, and we were all like, that's weird. But the placebo effect is strong, so maybe that could be coming into play. And then she continued to improve and continued to improve, and suddenly was able to be back to her old self, except this time happier, which I don't know if that's the vital biome or what, but
Way happier.
generally more upbeat and smiling more. And it was just astonishing. It was absolutely crazy to see. And we're all so proud of her, but yeah, it's so proud of her and so thankful for Plexus because with Plexus, that returned a mother to me that I was told I would never be able to have back again. and that's just something that that's a second opportunity that you're scared to pray for because it's something you don't even want to get your hopes up for. So yeah, it's real. It works. It's weird, but I can't. I don't know. I can't explain it, but there's been studies, and I'm sure they can.
Well, all of the gut health and brain health studies are just tremendous. Like Isaac said, I was, super duper sick. Really, really, really sick. And they just said I would get worse and worse. And now it's Mom's weekend. We went out, like he was here talking to me Friday night until 2 a.m. And then yesterday we got up and did all the things. And then even, so last night, after the event and the nice thing and the trivia stuff, we went to his annex, which is it's where they have all their parties. And as long as he's been at Ohio State, we kind of walked past the annex. Like he's walked me into it once or twice and immediately takes me out because the sound is so loud. Everything. He just knows that it'll send me into a tailspin. And last night I was there for over 2 hours in a beer pong tournament. I wasn't drinking. He wasn't drinking. But we were playing beer pong. There's tons of people. It's super loud. The music was loud. The lights were loud. And this is the morning after.
And
We're
she's
tired.
doing a lot better than me.
He's super
so,
tired. I'm tired, but
Maybe I need to take my products more consistently or something.
he does though. And so his bad concussion his freshman year, we didn't have Plexus yet, right?
No, we
he was
did
out of
not.
school for 3 months.
Yes, I
And the
was.
doctors at Vanderbilt let us know that the symptoms are hereditary of concussions. And so he's had to be super careful, but we still get them super easy. But now he has Plexus and he takes it for the most part. And his recovery time now when he gets them, I feel like is much quicker.
Yeah, it was crazy. Starting off this semester, actually, I had one that I legitimately thought was going to be potentially probably not my worst one, given that my first one missed 3 months, but probably my second worst. And I had other ones that knocked me out for a month, 3 weeks and stuff, because I was walking back from the library on a late night. It was like 14 degrees, ice everywhere. I just slipped and literally cracked my head like open on the ground. I was bleeding on the way back. There's blood on the collar of my shirt, and I thought it might be a lost semester, which in high school a lost semester is rough, but you can come back. They'll help you work through it. And college, a lost semester is just a loss of a couple tens of thousands of dollars, and you can't do that. And within a week and a half, I was back in all my classes. Less than that, within like 4 or 5 days, I was back in all my classes, and in a week and a half, I was back to doing all my regular social activities, which was something I never would have expected before Plexus.
So that's our story. We are brain injury survivors. We get way too many concussions. We've had way too many. We've thought I was losing everything, and now totally normal lives. We still can't bonk our heads. We still can't ride rough roller coasters. We shouldn't. We still can't. There's things we shouldn't do. I'm better about not doing them than him because I'm old. He still is not as risk adverse as I am. But changing lives. And that's why we share, because we are changing lives, giving moms back to their kids. You guys have a great day. Bye.